Hello and welcome. You might think you know the United Kingdom, red buses, royal waves, rainy days, but there's a side to Britain you've never seen, bizarre laws, mind-boggling numbers, and secrets hiding in plain sight. I've gathered 21 of the most shocking and hilarious facts about the UK. These aren't your usual trivia. These are the jaw-droppers even lifelong Brits can't believe. We'll uncover royal oddities, wild geography, and more, so grab a cuppa and get comfy. The final fact will change how you see ancient history. Let's dive in. The UK isn't huge, but its road network is mind-blowing. If you laid out every motorway, A-road, and country lane, you'd have over 200,000 miles. That's enough to circle the globe 8 times. So next time you're stuck in traffic, remember, this network could last the planet. It's a feat of engineering and a lot of potholes. Just don't ask us to pronounce every village name. London's red buses are iconic, but they weren't always red. Early buses came in green, blue, and yellow, each company competing for attention. In 1907, the London General Omnibus Company painted their fleet red to stand out. It worked. Soon, everyone followed. That bold red became a symbol of London. A little business rivalry painted the town red, literally. In England and Wales, swans aren't just birds. They're royal property. The monarch claims all unmarked mute swans, a tradition since the 12th century. Once a royal delicacy, swans are now part of ceremony and conservation. Each year, the swan-upping counts and checks the royal flock. It's pageantry and wildlife care in one. Spot a swan? Give it a nod. It's a royal subject, but don't get too close. Royal or not, they're feisty. Forget dogs and cats. The UK's most populous animal is the chicken. There are over 100 million chickens here, outnumbering people by a mile. For every Brit, there's at least 1.5 chickens clucking away. From Sunday roasts to curry houses, chickens rule British cuisine. Next time you're in a crowd, imagine everyone with their own chicken sidekick. It's a funny thought, and a noisy one. The real rulers of the UK? Definitely the chickens. Big Ben isn't what you think. The famous clock tower by Parliament, that's actually the Elizabeth Tower. The clock itself is the Great Clock of Westminster. Big Ben is just the nickname for the massive bell inside. Weighing 13.7 tons, it's the bell that chimes the hour. So, you can see the tower and the clock. But Big Ben, you'll have to listen for it. Next time you visit, impress your friends with the real story. Now you know. The UK is home to the world's shortest scheduled passenger flight. It's a hop between Westray and Papa Westray and Scotland's Orkney Islands, just 1.7 miles. The flight can take under a minute, record time, 53 seconds. It's a lifeline for locals, not just a quirky record. The plane seats 8, and the safety demo lasts longer than the flight. Only in Britain could your commute be over before you've buckled up. Blink and you'll miss it, literally. Castles are everywhere in the UK, over 1,500 of them. From dramatic ruins to grand fortresses, they're a legacy of centuries of history. You're never far from a castle. Some are tourist sites, others are still homes. Some families have lived in theirs for generations. Others are now luxury hotels. Imagine crossing a drawbridge on your way to breakfast. The UK's castles aren't just relics, they're living history. The British Museum is packed with treasures, but you only see a fraction. Its collection holds over 8 million objects, but only about 80,000 are on display. That's just 1%. The rest is hidden in storage. For every artifact you see, 99 more are tucked away. The museum is a historical iceberg. The tip is public. The rest is behind the scenes. Imagine the wonders waiting in the archives. The world's greatest attic, right in London. Think Britain's national dish is fish and chips? Think again. The real champion is chicken tikka masala, a creamy, spicy curry invented in the UK. It's a symbol of Britain's multicultural spirit, blending traditions and tastes. Legend says it was created in Glasgow to suit local palates. Even politicians have called it the true national dish. So, while fish and chips are classic, curry is king. The UK's heart beats to the rhythm of a curry house. John Smith, the UK's most common name. Over 30,000 people share it, enough to fill a football stadium. Imagine shouting John and a sea of heads turning. It's the ultimate everyman name, a blend of biblical and occupational tradition, the postman's nightmare, the pub quiz's delight. If you meet a John Smith, you're meeting a British classic. He's part of the biggest club in the country. British stamps are unique. They don't say United Kingdom anywhere. Why? Because Britain invented the postage stamp, the penny black, in 1840. As the first, they didn't need to put their name on it. Everyone knew where it was from. Other countries had to add their names to avoid confusion. To this day, the UK is the only country allowed to leave its name off stamps. It's a tiny, sticky piece of national pride. Sometimes tradition is all you need. London Zoo was the world's first public zoo. Opened in 1828 for scientists, it opened to the public in 1847. Suddenly, ordinary people could see lions, elephants, and more. No royal invitation needed. It sparked a global trend, inspiring zoos worldwide. London Zoo changed how we connect with the animal kingdom. It's not just a day out, it's a piece of history. The wild side of London, open to all. The village of Dull in Scotland and the town of Boring in Oregon, yes really, are officially twinned. What began as a joke is now a celebrated pair for the ages. Road signs mark the partnership, and tourism has grown. They've even been joined by Bland Australia, forming a league of extraordinary communities. It's British humor, turning the mundane into something brilliant. Who says being dull or boring can't be fun? The London Underground was the world's first metro system. Opened in 1863, it was a radical solution to London's traffic chaos. People feared tunnels, smoke, and collapse, but curiosity won out. On day one, 38,000 people braved the gas-lit trains. The tube changed urban transport forever, inspiring metros worldwide. Today, it's a lifeline for millions, and a marvel of Victorian engineering. Every Mind the Gap owes its existence to that first bold experiment. London led the world underground. The UK is one of the most surveilled countries on Earth. With up to 6 million CCTV cameras, you're caught on camera hundreds of times a day in cities like London. It's all about public safety, but it raises big questions about privacy, security versus freedom. It's a modern British dilemma. Next time you pop out for milk, remember, you're on camera. The electronic eye never blinks. Welcome to life under the lens. Windsor Castle is the world's oldest and largest inhabited castle. Home to British monarchs for nearly 1,000 years, it began with William the Conqueror. Over centuries, it's grown into a sprawling palace with over 1,000 rooms. It's been a fortress, a home, and a symbol of royal continuity. 40 monarchs have called it home. Windsor isn't just history, it's living tradition. The king of castles in every sense. The Lake District isn't just beautiful, it inspired a revolution in poetry. William Wordsworth and the Lake poets found inspiration in its hills and lakes. Their work launched the Romantic movement, celebrating nature and emotion. Walk the Lake District, and you're walking through literary history. The landscape shaped some of the greatest poetry ever written. It's a place where nature and art are forever entwined. The hills are alive with verse. British law is full of oddities, like the famous pregnant woman and the policeman's helmet myth. Legend says a pregnant woman can legally relieve herself anywhere, even in a police helmet. There's no official law, but tradition says she wouldn't be prosecuted. It's a quirky example of British pragmatism and decency. Don't try it, but enjoy the story. Sometimes, the best laws are the unwritten ones. Only in Britain. In Trafalgar Square, London, stands the UK's smallest police station. Built in 1926, it's a hollowed-out lamppost, just big enough for one officer. It was used to monitor protests and had a direct line to Scotland Yard. Today it's a broom cupboard for council cleaners. From law enforcement to cleaning supplies, talk about a career change. It's a hidden gem of London history. The world's tiniest police station, now with mops. English is the UK's language, but not officially. There's no law declaring English as the official language. It's just tradition. Other countries write it down. Britain just assumes. Welsh and Gaelic have official status in their regions, but English is the unspoken rule. It's a perfect example of the UK's unwritten constitution. 67 million people, one language, no paperwork required. Sometimes everyone just agrees. Stonehenge is older than the pyramids of Giza. The first phase of Stonehenge dates to around 3000 BC. When the Great Pyramid was built, Stonehenge was already ancient. Neolithic Britons were moving massive stones centuries before the Egyptians. It's a mind-blowing reminder of Britain's place in ancient history. Stonehenge isn't just a monument, it's a window to the dawn of civilization, history, rewritten. That's it. 21 facts that show the UK is full of surprises. Which one blew your mind? The Royal Swans, Big Ben's true identity, or Stonehenge's age? Drop your favorite in the comments below. I love seeing what shocks you most. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Share with a friend who thinks they know Britain. Let's see if we can surprise them too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!